Here we go. Here we go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just making sure the gang come through.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Real Time with Prince Blue. I am your host, Real Time, of course, Prince Blue, Real Time, whatever. Call me Mr. Real Time. I don't care what you call me, long as you're here. I am so thankful that y'all are here and y'all continue to support me on the platform, and as I make things better and streamline things to make it more enjoyable for you. I appreciate all the critiques. I appreciate it all because it helps build a better brand, a better platform, and it helps me grow as a podcast host. And I know people are tired out with podcasts and things like that. So the fact that all of you are here, that means a lot to me because I understand how the market can be saturated, and I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. So thank you to everybody across X, across YouTube, across Facebook, everybody that listens to the verbal podcast, the audio edition, everything. I appreciate y'all. I got to shout y'all out. That's the one thing I see in a lot of podcasts. A lot of people, they forget to thank the people that's listening to them, whether it be 7, 8, 9, one person. Like, time is precious. And if somebody is choosing their time out to listen to you gerbil, that's a new word, gerbil, on about stuff, then you should thank that person because they didn't have to do that. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a fun and joyful and remembrance Memorial Day weekend, because we forget about that. I am former military, so I always want to shout out the people that made the ultimate sacrifice and allow us to have a 3-day weekend where all y'all do is talk shit about Tuesday because you don't want to go to work. You got 3 days. What else do you want? I mean, like, come on, people. Anyway, but thank y'all for coming. I got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about Jay-Z and the Diddy paradigm. We're going to talk about strong black women. We're going to talk about liberal arts degrees and degrees in general, and how the math ain't mathing. Y'all getting all these expensive ass degrees only to be at Starbucks. And we're going to, of course, we got I Said What I Said and Ayo Pause. And for the last segment, stick around for that. Do we owe Kyrie Irving, Kai, an apology? I don't know. I'm gonna say what I say as always, and then y'all take it to where y'all want to take it. But we'll be right back after this commercial.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
That's right. Make sure y'all go to ajsrantroom.com. He has a whole assorted of collections. My brother AJ, he's doing big things over there. He has everything for everybody. I got a couple shirts coming on the way, and I can't wait to display them on Real Time. So make sure y'all go over there and let's get it cracking. So, well, what else we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Diddy. Yes, Diddy and Jay-Z, and why they're in the same bubble together. And we're going to start with, because I don't understand why Diddy is still in the news. I'm joking. We know why Diddy is still in the news, and rightfully so, because his decade reigns of terror in the entertainment industry has been coming to the surface. However, we still have a group of dumb Negroes making abuse and accountability of abusers like Diddy and others a race thing. and it's afraid that other potential abusers will fall because of them being black. We have a clip of where some of these quote unquote dumb blacks on a podcast prove that everybody has a platform, but do they really deserve one?
What are we talking about? Why is everybody so rushing to kill a black man? Now, Hove is next.
Yeah, he's trending right now.
This is crazy.
But you know why? They're making an example. And when you want to make an example to crush rebellion, you go after the biggest big dog. He's been rebellious. He's been outside. You know what, nigga? You don't know how to sit down. Let's make a bigger example. You're going to put your kids in handcuffs.
Part that I'm talking about is the black people not backing up the other black people. That's that's the problem that I have. Do y'all not understand that they take these black men down that are high up, although you're jealous of them? If they can do it to them, what can they do to you?
Food.
Everybody's food.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? He said everybody is food. But what he forgot to say that everybody is food that's done predatorial and criminal shit like Diddy did. Guess what? If you don't do shit like Diddy, why are you worried about anybody coming to your doorstep? Why do you need protection? Again, we got to stop making this a race thing. Predators and people who abuse women and children are subhuman. Race doesn't exist. They're humans and then they're subhumans. Diddy is one of those subhumans. So there's no race. I don't see race when I see somebody that does unspeakable things to women and children. I just don't. That's the last thing I'm worried about. Now, if you want to add subtext and subplots and all that shit, I'll leave that up to you to do, and all the super criminal justice and super psychological and sociological professors. I'll leave that to you. But we got to stop this. And then you bring in Jay-Z in this, and it's like, okay, I know Jay-Z at home with the 50 Cent meme, like, people saying fuck Jay-Z, like, Jay-Z, what I do? What I got to do with this? I don't understand this whole thing where as the black community, we have to support other people when they're wrong. And let me preface this by saying this. You can support somebody and still acknowledge that they are wrong. But it's certain things where there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just you fucked up royally. Like and Diddy, he has had a decades reign of terror over the industry, over women, over children, over people in general. So why should I support him? Why should I show allegiance to him when he didn't even show allegiance to himself by not preying on the same community that he quote unquote is trying to uplift, allegedly? This man played in our faces telling us to call him love while he was literally abusing and beating the holy hell out of the woman he quote unquote loved. While he was using his power to abuse men, women, and children. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to support a lot of things. I will support a midget in a slam dunk contest before I support P. Diddy. I would support salads at McDonald's before I support Diddy. I am not, and I am tired of wasting my energy and my, whether you want to say forgiveness or sympathy, empathy on people that do not deserve it. Diddy does not deserve it. Let Janice Combs support him. Let his son support him. Let people that still getting their checks signed and on videos and scared to be blackmailed, let them support him. Let the dumb, low IQ misguided support him. But I will not. And far as them coming to take down the elites and all this stuff, what do you want me to do? I'm in a different tax bracket than them. They're in a different tax bracket than me. And it's funny, y'all want us to come, y'all want us, pause, y'all want us to be there for people like Diddy. When I see y'all across social media, y'all are all cheering for people's downfall. And by people, you know who I mean. Y'all are cheering a farce. Y'all are cheering a political farce, a legal farce. Y'all are cheering all this crap. But y'all want me to be there for Diddy? I'm good. I'm not being there for Diddy. Why should I? Why should I be there for anybody that preys on their own community and who should know better? That's who you should be mad at. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at other blacks because they're not supporting Diddy. Don't be mad at those people. Be mad at the actual predator. Be mad at the person that's doing stuff. Be mad at the people that's actually out here doing horrific things to people. I can't stress that enough. Was that video not enough? Was the Diddy video not enough of him abusing Cassie, dragging her back, kicking her while she was down? Was that not enough for y'all? What is this trauma building within the black community? What is it? Why do we do this? Why do we continue to align ourselves with things that are at the denigration of our community? As society as a whole, a predator is a predator. A predator is a threat against everybody, not just one race, not just one gender, not just one animal. Look it up. A predator is a predator. So y'all keep doing these think tanks on your little podcast and hoping that the billionaires will be like, man, I remember when Tyrone Johnson from podcast 678-576, he took up for me when I was down, and I'm gonna pay him back by being on his podcast or maybe signing him to a record deal. Good luck, because I won't be there. We'll be back after this next message.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
And listen, this next segment is going to be a conversation that I feel like we always have, but it always ends up being a black man versus a black woman thing. And I don't think that's where the conversation should go. So when we talk about a strong black woman and that whole label that's been placed upon black women, we have to think about what does that exactly mean and what has been the irreparable damage and what has been the positive of that. Because being a strong black woman has become a battle cry for plenty of black women. Whether true or misguided, that is what black men have heard and have had to move accordingly. The problem is some women are pushing back and denouncing the strong black label. Why? What has changed? And are black men ready to pick up the mantle again? Let's find out.
Not just black men, but I believe in society in general, look at women as these strong individuals.
I don't want to be a strong black woman. I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want it. Take it. I think it's been placed on the backs of us way too often. Same thing with black men, but on black women, resilient.
Because you're our matriarch,
right.
You're the foundation.
Right.
How much? The motherland.
Right.
We all come from you.
I don't want it. Take it back. I don't believe that resilience. I think we have it so twisted. You know, how much can you take and take and
She
take?
can handle it.
Right? You know, how much can you take without dying?
Well, I also feel it's interesting because I don't necessarily see that division or even that conversation in other communities or other cultures. I never heard about being a strong white woman.
It doesn't
white woman,
exist.
they're just called Karens.
No, and they're a boss babe or a girl boss. That's what it's called.
Is that what that is?
I guess, you know, I don't
Call it
know.
annoying.
I don't know what it is. But for black women, it is put on us.
Yeah.
You're a strong black woman.
Right.
Oh man, shout out to Nick Cannon and that young lady who spoke on that podcast about this very topic, and they both made some very good points. I want to play it again, and then I'm going to stop it with the points that I want to address, but I wanted to play it fully first and then let y'all see it and then in its entirety, and then I'm going to play the parts and I'm going to pause it and talk about the parts that I want to talk about.
Not just black men, but I believe in society in general. We look at black women as these strong individuals.
I don't want to be a strong black woman. I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want it. Take it. I think it's been placed on the backs of us way too often. Same thing with black men, but on black women, resilient.
Because you're our matriarch.
Right,
You're the foundation.
Right.
You're
How much?
the
Yeah.
motherland.
Right.
We all come from you.
I don't want it.
That part right there. It's been placed on us that we're resilient, that you're the matriarch, we come from you. Those are all facts. And I don't think any person in their right mind that has came from a black woman can be out here disrespecting black women without immediately going back to, I came from this very entity. Unless you have like some bad relationship or something like that, there's other dynamics to that. But overall, I came from this very entity that I'm disrespecting right now. And for so long, black women have had to endure the part of, number one, us not being there, us not stepping up to the plate, us not providing financially, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, whatever the case may be. And it has been put on them to do all that. Some of those things they've had to do it alone. Pick one. And that can cause a lot of bitterness. And that can cause that's what causes the women to be out here and say, black men ain't shit and all this good stuff. And they're able to rally others who were in similar. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened. I guess that was my annual reconnect. I'm sorry. Thank you for staying with me. Let me go back to what I was saying in that video. Pretty much, being the matriarch of a family as a black woman, that requires a lot of things nowadays, especially with so many distractions and so many ways to pull a family apart, that the black woman, she does have to put more on her plate. She does have to work more. She does have to make sure the kids get to where they need to go more and stuff like that. Why? It could be a bevy of the reason. It can be financially, both parents have to work. So whoever works the less or whoever has the most time to do other things have to pick that up. And a lot of times that is the woman. It could be a lot of things. But the whole idea of being a strong black woman, it shouldn't be, it morphed into something that people don't want to hear. And And that's the sad part about it, because you should be proud of who you are and your ability to rise above it all. But one thing that she said in that, she said resiliency. How much I could take before I die. And that's not what being a strong Black woman is about. You shouldn't have to be, resiliency should be regulated to, hey man, I got a 10-hour shift to do. I'm at 7. I'm burnt out. I don't know how I'm going to get to 10, but I'm gonna make it. That should be resiliency. Resiliency as a strong Black woman should be like, man, this man done went up my head 20 times. He done cheated on me 8 times. Lord, he don't show up for none of his kids' stuff. I don't know where he's at. Emotionally, he's unattached. But I'm a survive. I'm a fighter. I'm a strong Black woman, so I'm gonna stand by. No, that shouldn't be resiliency, queens. That shouldn't be your resiliency. That I was about to say that word. That man should be stepping up to help you out. That's what that should be.
Want it. Take it back. I don't believe that resilience. I think we have it so twisted. You know, how much can you take and take?
You can handle it.
Right? You know, how much can you take without dying?
I also feel it's interesting because I don't necessarily see that division or even that conversation in other communities or other cultures. I never heard about being a strong white woman.
Pause. I love this part. You're right. You don't hear a white woman saying, I'm a strong white woman. Number one, because if she was to get on any platform and say that, y'all automatically think she's a Nazi, she's a skinhead, she's in the KKK, all that type of stuff. Being proud and white just have a different connotation to it. But for some reason, we have to add all these adjectives to us. And I think ultimately it comes from a place of insecurity. You shouldn't have to shout out your virtues, your strengths. People, if you really going about business and you're doing what you have to do, people will see it for you. I go back to this all the time. Michael Jordan. You never caught Michael Jordan on film saying he was the best. He leaves that up to everybody else. Everybody else has those arguments in the barbershops or wherever about him being the best. I'll use my wife for an example. You can ask all my friends. They still, to this day, 10 years later, sometimes they be like, how did you manage? And I'll be like, what do you mean? Like she is incredibly sweet. She is so great. Like, how? Like, I know you, and I know you know you. How does that woman put up with you? See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody knows how good my wife is. So they tell me how strong she is. Now, I'm just joking about putting up with me and stuff, but they shout her virtues to me. She never has to come to me and be like, well, you know, I take care of you. I do this. I'm strong. I do this. I do that. Because people tell me, and then I tell her. That's how your virtue should be. That's how it should be with you ladies. Because I promise you, never mind the people that's talking too much or saying stupid shit. Don't worry about them. The real people that know your worth, we're shouting that out and we're letting you know. But the fact that she is pushing back and she's saying she don't want that, I think that's sad. Because she knows now the negative connotation that comes with when you say I'm a strong Black woman. It has morphed into attitude, can't handle it, combative. It's turned into all these negative things, and that shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case. So I'm gonna say this again, Black women out there, the ones that's handling their business and doing what they have to do, we appreciate y'all. We're rooting for y'all. And don't think that men aren't holding other men accountable, because I promise you, if I'm messing up, the friends that I have, the family that I have in my circle, they will let me know that I'm messing up and they will hold me accountable if I even attempt to do any crazy shit when it comes to me and my wife. That's where it is. Other men are holding men accountable. Trust me, we are. The low pants, big belt buckle, Percocet black man. Well, we not claiming them. They don't worry about them. But the real ones, we're holding y'all down. So black women out there, don't let this get you down. We got you. And we'll be back after this next message. Hey, well, that went a little bit longer than I thought, but I really felt like that. I really felt like women needed to understand where we're coming from and why we felt like, men feel like we're getting a bad rap, and that being a strong black woman should not be understated. It is a thing, and it's great, and we believe that it should continue to be something that y'all should be proud of. So with that being said, now we're gonna get into the fun part about it, and I want y'all to understand we're gonna talk about money. Money. And the reason why we're gonna talk about money is because everybody, y'all, I'm about to say two words: student loans. That has been the big issue, one of the biggest issues with this next administration. And this upcoming election has already charged, whether it be racially, financially, socially. One of the main gripes with the current administration is student loan forgiveness. Some people think that their loan should be forgiven, and some believe that you should pay back what you owe. I'll let you know which side I'm on. And I looked it up. At 4-year schools, a year of total college expenses for students living on campus averages $36,440, with a 4-year degree averaging $140K. And that's a bachelor's. That's that's right here. That's low. On an average, people with a liberal arts degree earned only $50,000 a year, while those with other degrees earned $65,000. That is a big difference. Well, listening at some of these degrees that and concentrations I'm about to play y'all, I don't think they're going to pay them back anytime soon.
Hello, my name is Jacob, and my concentration is environmental science and sustainable business.
Hi, my name is Lex, and my concentration is the performance of self.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. My concentration is creative direction, production, and narrative through the arts, performance, and written word.
Hi, my name is Karina Gomez, and my concentration is in journalism and Latin American studies, with an emphasis in human rights, collective memory, and political violence.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lee, and I studied the sociology of environmental communication.
Hi, my name is Reed, and I study music business and gender studies.
Hi, my name is Dominique, and I studied care politics with a minor in disability studies.
My name is Elliot Wright, and my concentration is art as a social mechanism.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my concentration is dramatic writing and theatrical adaptation.
My name is Noah Loyacano, and my concentration is equilibrium or negotiated paradox.
Hi, my name is Sophie Lopez, and
I want y'all to pay attention to Sophie. I don't think Sophie gonna make it, y'all, but just hear her out.
Concentration is titled Queering and Decolonizing Theater Practice. Hi, my name is Maya, and my concentration is journalism, post-colonial studies, and psychoanalysis.
Hi, I'm Eloise. I'm graduating with a concentration in philosophy of science and theater.
My name is Amina, and my concentration is titled The Criminal Mind, which is surrounded on criminology and applied psychology.
Hi, my name is Juliana. My concentration is international business and fashion through sustainable development. Yay!
God bless them. God bless them all. That was NYU liberal arts graduates. Did y'all hear some of those concentrations? I get it that liberal arts majors are supposed to be creative and, they're supposed to look at, solutions in a creative sense and figure out how to make things jump and all that stuff. Man, forget all that. Y'all 140K in debt. Y'all got to figure out how to pay this shit back. You know why? Because I believe you should pay it back. You pay back what you owe. When you signed the money, it didn't say in the fine print, hey, a president may come along and forgive these loans. So sign this and you may not have to pay it in the future. It does not say that. It does not say that. And then I want to go back to Sophie. Sophie says her concentration is in queering and decolonizing theater. She wants to queer theater and decolonize it. That's an oxymoron to me, because if you want to decolonize something, that means you want to get rid of what? You want to get rid of people out of the theater, but some of those people in the theater may be queer. So you're decolonizing the same people that you want to put back into theater. I gotta read it. I'm confused thinking about it. So I say all that to say this: y'all 140K in debt, and I would love to see the type of jobs that's gonna let y'all chip away at these loans, because the one that's studying criminology and social and stuff like that, she may got a shot, because it's a whole bunch of government, private, that's paying people to figure out creative ways to make the criminal justice system better and fix the jails and all that stuff. So she may have a shot. Everybody else, they going out in the world on vibes. They don't plan on making a whole bunch of money. And I get it. Like, when you go to school, like, you should do what you love. If it's your passion, why should it matter how much you make? It matters when that bill coming, when Sally Mae knocking on your door and she like, hey, I know you studying queer and gender, but you owe me $1,346.52 this month. I don't know where you're gonna get it, but you better find it. And this is crazy. And I don't even know why they're allowing these concentrations like this. I know why. Because they're getting the money. College has become a Ponzi scheme. Because somebody is going to look and they're going to be like, you know what? They're going to go out in the world and they're going to be like, well, my concentration was how to drink water and make sure water doesn't shoot out my nose when I laugh. And then somebody going to be like, you know what? I've always wanted to go to school, but I didn't know what I wanted to study. But now that I know that you could just study anything and just make shit up, I'm going to go too. I'm going to study ashiness on Black people. That's what's going to be my concentration, and they're going to take the money. And this is coming from somebody that's in school for their doctorate in criminal justice. And I'm about to do a dissertation on if conservative or liberal cities have more violent crimes. Does the policies matter? Does political ideology matter when it comes to crime? That works. Man, I may not work for everybody else, but at least I understand people will get it. These liberal arts degrees, these other degrees, I was told, somebody once told me, they was like, liberal arts is for people who don't know what they want to do. And that's fine, because you have some very creative people that their mind is so many places that they really can't narrow it down. So they just want the degree, and then they're going to apply that creativity to other things. But you have to pay. I have to pay. And when I found out that I had to pay, you know what I did? I joined the military. I went to the Army. One of the things that they said they would do for me if I joined the Army was they would pay for my education. And I took it. So I'm coming from a space of I'm good. But guess what? If I wasn't good, I would have had to pay that back. The same way you pay your car loans back, the same way you pay your mortgages back, the same way you pay your what's that? What's the thing? What's it? Klarn pay? Like when y'all buy like $800 Jordans and it be at $40 a month, whatever it is, you got to pay this stuff back. So shout out to all, congratulations on graduating. Hope you're successful. But I'm just telling you, I guess success is subjective. But you know what's not subjective? Paying back them loans. Y'all got to pay those bad boys back. We'll be back. We'll be back right after these messages.
Over at AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
I'm starting to notice a theme with these commercials. This AJ'sRantRoom.com that's sponsoring this show, like I haven't seen no residuals. I haven't seen no checks, but I'm gonna keep supporting them because it's a Black-owned business and we have to support Black-owned businesses. But nah, make sure y'all go to AJ's Rant Room. The collections are all up. Everything is good. Make sure y'all support it, and like you said, you won't be disappointed. So, next we're going into religion, y'all, and I know it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers, but you know this is the segment where I say what I say, and then that's the end of it, and it is what it is. So, without further ado, here we go with I said what I said. And I'm going to tell you what I said, and y'all going to be mad at me.
I said what I said.
Okay, here we go. Y'all don't get mad at me. All my religious people don't get mad at me. I just got questions. I'm not the most spiritually awoken person, but I know what I've been raised to believe, see, and know to be right. Now, some of that has changed and shifted as I gained experience and gotten older. Well, from 70-year-old pastors grooming, marrying 18-year-olds, pastors demanding $1,000 each from their congregation. Oh, yeah, and pastors along with their first man in the pulpit. Yes, that's what I said. Their first man in the pulpit. And then we got Pastor Mike Todd from Transformation Church. And let's look at one of his unique sermons.
Changing something and you don't see it clearly yet. But you can't. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. It might get nasty.
So, procedure when you got a gun in your head. Huh? What a fucking procedure when you got a gun in your head.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see what Pastor Mike Todd did to somebody from his congregation? let me play it again. Let me play it again. And for those who are listening to the audio version, the pastor spit in his hand, rubbed it in his hand, and then rubbed it all over that congregational member's face. It was spit out his mouth, out the pastor's mouth. He spit in his hand and then rubbed that on his face. I'm gonna play it again because people don't see what they saw. People don't see it.
Changing something, and you don't see it clearly. You don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. It might get nasty.
So, procedure.
Did y'all see that? Now, let me read a bio from, I went to, was the video skipping? Okay, well, producer, play the video again. Play the video again. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hearing that the video was,
Procedure when you got a gun to your head, huh? What the fuck?
Changing something, and you don't see it clearly yet, but you hear. And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. It might get nasty.
So.
all right. This is the bio I read from Transformation Church website. We exist to represent God to the lost and found for transformation in Christ. We are a multi-church, meaning we are multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multiplying, and multi-campus. Their culture code has a whole bunch of things. But they say transformation, we are a relevant and progressive church that change lives. We love first. We have faith in God, faith in people, and faith for miracles. We are humble, open, and transparent people of integrity. We give just to give, not to get. We hold ourselves to a very high standard in our words, appearance, and actions. We are committed to strength, structure, and the conduct that produces growth. We reverence God, value people, and demonstrate our gratitude. Pastor Todd, I don't want you to represent God. I like the way God was in the past. I like the old God. I like traditional God. I like that. Again, I'm not the most spiritually awoken person. So I don't know all the superscriptions and stuff like that. All I know is I've never in my 41 years on this earth have seen a pastor spit in his hand and then wipe it on the church member. Especially in 2024. What is this whole thing with being progressive just to be progressive? You can be modern, you can be thought-provoking, and you can change, and you can question some traditions and figure out ways to represent them to the new person, the new congregation, the new flock as you're trying to bring them into the church. But all this spitting, shaming your congregation who can't even buy a $5 footlong from Subway to give you their last so you can be in luxury. You being in a Bentley while your congregation members have to walk to church or get a ride from somebody else, or the church bus doesn't work to even pick up people anymore. This new religion, you can have it. I don't want it. I don't want what that was. And the funny thing is, all Pastor Mike Todd's clips are this. It's these non-traditional progressive ways to appeal to the new churchgoer. But what I see it as, and again, y'all gonna get mad at me, it's people still wanting to live the worldly ways and come somewhere on a Sunday and be told it's okay to be you. That goes for me too. Doing what you want, doing everything except God's purpose Monday through Saturday, only to show up on Sunday and be like, I did my part, so Monday through Saturday doesn't count. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Me sleeping around all week, I'm good. Me abusing drugs, good. Me beating on women, good. Me cheating, good. Me doing other unworldly things, I'm good. Because Sunday, I'm here. I'm in church. And Pastor Mike Todd, he reminds me of me. He got trap music linked to gospel music. Oh, wow. So me listening to Percocet rap, I'm good because Pastor Todd got the beat up there. And it's not just Pastor Todd. There's a whole bunch of quote unquote Pastor Todds out there right now with these progressive churches. Look it up. Look at all these clips. You got women that look like the church should have a dress code. It look like the club. You got men that purposely goes to church because they know they're going to find a woman that can do the things that they like to be done, but she still has the label as a church God-fearing woman. You got men in the pulpit praying, not P-R-A-Y, P-R-E-Y, praying on their congregation's insecurities, praying on women coming to them and telling them things about their own marriage, about their own life, and using that as a way to get things from them, whether it be financially, sexually, emotionally, you name it. You can't even, before the pastor used to be a pillar of the community. You can go to the pastor with your problems and your marriage problems, your marriage issues or whatever, and trust that you're going to get soundly advice. Now, I'm telling y'all, if y'all got insurance, go to a therapist. Go to somebody that is a third party. Because what we're witnessing now with the church, I want no parts of that kind of church anyway. I go to a phenomenal church. And shout out to Crossroads, a phenomenal church. And the one thing I can say about my church is they let you come as you are, but they gonna give you that word. They gonna be like, hey, you may feel uncomfortable, but I'm just telling you what the word is. I'm not paraphrasing. I'm not putting my own stank on it. I'm telling you what the word is now. If your feet is feeling hot, that's on you, and I can respect that. But you spitting in your hand and rubbing your spit on my face post-COVID, especially when I got to see videos of people smiling and saying, I used to be upset about an outbreak, but now I can take a pill and everything is okay. Those people, you rubbing your bodily fluids on me, Pastor Todd would have had to see me. Satan and the Lord would have been fighting over my soul. You spit in your hand and rub it on me. And you know what's funny? I hope that brother didn't know that was going to happen. Even if he didn't know that was happening, that's pretty crazy. And now I see why people consider religion, especially to the black community, as mental slavery and as a way to program us to be obedient. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Find me the scripture that says you can spit in your hand and rub it on my face. I know it's that one where spit in the dirt and something to rub it on the blind man so he can see. Again, I'm not a scripturologist, but that man hog spit in his hand and rubbed it on another man's face. And he stood there and took it. Pause. I'm good. All you progressive churches, have at it. I'm good. I'm going to stay traditional with the traditional way. I like that because it's clean and I don't have to go to the Board of Health after that. We'll be back right after this next message.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
All right, everybody. Let's have some fun. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Ayo Pause.
Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Danny, by the way.
All right, everybody.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No.
Okay, my producer was a little overzealous. I wanted to present the scene. Okay, it was Wheel of Fortune. My man got a chance to make him some money. He was ready. He was ready to solve the puzzle, but his intrusive thoughts won. And for those who don't know, Ayo Pause is based on pausable moments. This man was in front of America, and he did this.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No.
I don't know what was funnier. Him saying right in the butt or Pat Sajak's disappointment in the no, or the woman saying, what? My man, like, why would you think on Wheel of Fortune they would have the phrase or the solving the puzzle would be right in the butt? My man intrusive thoughts. One, my man knew what he was talking about, and he already showed y'all what he was about. And that no, for those who don't know, Pat Sajak, this is his last year at Wheel of Fortune. He's going to retire. I think that no let him know that was telling us, America, Pat's over it. He's done with the bullshit. That man said, right in the butt? Like, what are you thinking? My man. And then the lady, what? First of all, don't be. She tried to say what, like she ain't know what he said or what he was talking about. What? No, don't try to save face. You know what he meant. Right in the butt. So, my man, Wheel of Fortune, you are the Ayo Pause of the week. I salute you, sir. I hope out of this you get a lot of DMs. You get you. Hey, this is free advice. If they can copyright and make money off of Bad Blonde Beach Built Body or however Jasmine Crockett said it, you get right in the butt, put it on the t-shirt, and you sell it. You make money. You put right in the butt on the t-shirt and you sell it. You could reach out to AJ's Rant Room. He can design it for you for a fee, of course. He ain't gonna do nothing for free. And you can sell it. Don't let this opportunity pass you by, brother. All right, we'll be back after this next commercial. All right, man. Well, we reached the end, and I'm glad we did pretty well. I appreciate y'all sticking with me through the technical difficulties and all that stuff. But I'm glad I finished early enough to leave me some more time for Kyrie Irving. Oh, y'all thought I wasn't gonna do sports? Nope, got sports. Shout out to my boy Kyrie Irving. And my thing was, do we owe? Well, y'all, because y'all slammed him. The people that slammed him. Do y'all owe Kyrie an apology? Y'all dragged this man to filth because he didn't want to get vaccinated and shared the link of a book or a documentary he was reading or watching. And that some of you got upset probably because you can't read. That's probably why a lot of you got upset. Because a lot of you didn't even know what was in the book or what was in the link. Y'all just saw the link and saw everybody calling him anti-Semitic and all these other names, and y'all just jumped on it. Did y'all read past the foreword? Did y'all see the documentary? Probably not. But I digress. Entertain us and not address social issues. If they want to do it, that's great. But I save that for the elite of the elite, the Muhammad Ali's, the Jackie Robinsons, the Roberto Clementes. Those entertainers, those celebrities that can do both, and they're well informed, and they can do it from the correct place. And what a lot of some of these people are missing is the sacrifices. Jackie Robinson, look at what Jackie Robinson sacrificed. Look what Muhammad Ali sacrificed. They lost something. So you understood that it wasn't just coming from a place of whoever wrote the check. Whatever, the sooner you realize, the better. Also, if your political affiliation is your personality, go out, find some grass to touch. Nobody gives a shit. Pay your bills. And I mean that. Because y'all dragged Kyrie Irving. Why? Because he didn't want to get a shot? Why? Because he shared a documentary about something that invokes thought? I find it funny that whenever you talk about that community, it's so much up in arms about it, so much pushback. But when it comes to slavery, anything that deals with the black plight is get over it. Oh, they didn't mean it. Well, you're doing good now. What you complaining for? I'm Team Kyrie. And I'm Team Kyrie from this position. Think on your own, people. And for the people that actually read the book or saw the documentary and have legitimate informed thoughts on it, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who didn't like Kyrie, don't like black people succeeded anyway. So any type of turmoil, or it takes one person to say, we shouldn't like him because he did this, and then you're jumping on that. That's who I'm talking to. You can have your own ideology, you can have your own political thoughts, your own commentary. But when it comes to somebody standing on their truth and what they think, I respect that. And I'm going to always stand 10 toes down on that, even if I don't agree with their ideology. The one thing you could do to disrespect me or disrespect how I feel about certain things is apologize for how you feel. If you feel a certain way, if you're racist, Hey, all right, be racist. Good. I think it's stupid to feel that way, but fine. Go ahead, do you. Don't come to me and be like, I apologize for not liking the fact that you exist because your skin color. I don't want that apology. You feel the way that you feel. We ain't got to break bread. We ain't got to shake hands. We ain't got to be in the same room. Feel how you feel, bro. Keep it to the backyards where y'all meet twice a month and bang chickens. I don't care what you do. Do it. Stand on business. But the fact that y'all slandered this man, and now this man is one game again from possibly getting his second championship, that speaks to, number one, his testament, his talent, his resilience, and that speaks to y'all fake caring about shit. Because ain't nobody, until I brought it up, don't nobody remember that Kyrie did that. You know why? Because he's a phenomenal basketball player. And our last memory of Kyrie Irving is him torching the fuck out of Anthony Edwards. Not him tweeting out an Amazon link. Not him not taking a vaccine. It's him playing basketball at the highest fucking level. That's what we remember. Y'all need to go on with that fake Karen stuff. Get out of here. I'm done with it. Now, with all that being said, thank you everybody for joining me for another episode of Real Time with Prince Blue. I appreciate you. I appreciate my producer who told me that my internet stinks and she was in the background doing some things for me. I appreciate you, Ink. I appreciate my creative director, AJ, who tells me, hey, this ain't it. That sucks. Your pixels suck. All that good stuff. They continue to make this show better, and I appreciate them for that. I appreciate all of you that continue to show up and listen and show out. I will like to remind y'all that for those who miss me live, the audio version, the audio podcast is available on Apple and Spotify and Simplecast and across other platforms. Please make sure you listen. There's other ways to absorb the content. Make sure you link and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to my link and subscribe to Real Time with Prince Blue on YouTube. I appreciate it. Everybody, I'll see you later. I'm out. Run the credits. Okay, where's my producer? Nobody gonna run the credits. See? This is live, y'all. All right, now I'm gonna run the credits. I can't believe this.